it downfield. It is caught. John Moran in the clutch. Oh my word. Oh my God. Deep to right field. Way up there and way down the sideline. Jefferson, another huge run. Jalen Red broke tackle, stayed on his feet.
Welcome back to another special edition of Blake's Take. Hope we're having a great one today, and we head out to the local sports diamond again today as the Warriors come off a dominant series sweep of the Sweet Home Huskies, but now they have a target on their back with being the number 1 seed in the Oregon West Conference. The tough State Eagles had some firepower and wanted to get at the Warriors as they stepped on their home turf. As usual, the Warriors got going out the gates as Cameron Ordway led the game off as usual with a hard-line drive to find a way to get on base. Adam Hernandez then drove Ordway in on an RBI single and then would move over into scoring position by Ty May after a pass ball, and then he would score to give the Warriors a 2-0 lead. However, Staten struck right back in the same way with an RBI single and then another run off of a pass ball. Skylar Brolin would then do his job as usual and not allow anything through the next 5 innings as he struck out 11 batters while allowing just those 2 earned runs in the first inning on his ERA. Unfortunately, the hot Warriors offense was shut down during that entire period, not being able to get runs on the board for Brolin and the rest of the team up until the 7th inning where Cameron Ordway would smack me home on an RBI single to give the Warriors a 3-2 lead going into the bottom of 7, leaving the game in the hands of the defense. After an error by the Warrior defense, the Eagles were able to tie this one up with 1 out and runners on 2nd and 3rd as Eli Brown came up to the plate and executed a suicide squeeze that brought Cody Lemming sprinting home. Jacob Williams would field the ball cleanly and make a throw, but it wouldn't be in time as the Warriors fell in dramatic fashion 3-4 to the State Eagles in a devastating loss. But here we go into the next meeting as the Eagles had to travel to Stevenson Field where they would take the Warriors on a grass field instead of turf one, which shook up some things for their defense. The Warriors took an early lead once again as Cameron Ordway led off the game with a single and then stole a base to set up a tie-made hard-line drive to center to bring in Ordway, giving the Warriors the 1-0 advantage early. In the 2nd inning, Alec Grossel would follow with a walk and then steal to set him in scoring position for Chase Beardsley, who would then hit an RBI single to center as well to bring in Russell to give the Warriors 2 runs there, both off of steals and then singles to center. However, the Eagles would get on the sticks in the 2nd and the top of the 3rd as they got 8 hits off of Ordway to score 4 runs in that span of 2 innings to give them the 2-run advantage heading into the bottom of 3. But the Warriors had a big opportunity set up for senior Chase Beardsley as they would get bases loaded with no outs for him, and Beardsley would not disappoint as he ripped a deep shot to right center to start circling the runners around the bases, keeping them going as he would end up getting the biggest hit of this game, probably of the series, in a 3 RBI triple to give the Warriors the 5-4 lead. Huge stick and huge hit by Beardsley. Very, very impressive. The Warriors would maintain that 5-4 lead up until the 7th, where pitcher Cameron Ordway had to finally be pulled due to the pitch count rule, as he had 111 over the 110 limit. After an incredible effort through 6 innings, striking out 8 batters while only allowing 2 earned runs. This brought in Adam Hernandez to try and close the game out for the Warriors, but he wouldn't get the job done, as he would give up 2 hits and then had 2 wild pitches, which scored 2 runners, and the Warriors once again were not able to get out of the squeeze play, which allowed the Eagles to have the last inning late game momentum push to put them up 7-5 going into the bottom of the inning, where the Warriors would try and make some magic happen and get a rally going. But they would then crumble in the bottom of the 7th as they went 1-2-3 after a pop out and 2 strikeouts, which gave the Eagles the series sweep over the Warriors. The Warriors now fall within the rest of the pack for the Oregon West Conference title, and they will likely have to win out if they want a chance at capturing the league title and a chance at the state championship tournament. So very unfortunate, close losses for the Warriors. Offensively, disappointed. They did great early on. Early on in both games, they dominated, got on the board early, really pushed there, but then were just stagnant for the rest of the game, and that is ultimately what cost them. And then they left it in the hands of the Eagles in the bottom of those seventh innings to just make something happen, and the Warriors weren't able to respond in each of those games as they let those games slip away from them at the end. And had they been better offensively, those games probably wouldn't have been so close, but nothing you can do now. Staten was a solid team, taking down the Warriors and now putting them in a tough spot, and likely will have to win out in the rest of the conference. So hopefully these Warriors will battle back, win out, and try and win league despite this little setback with the Eagles and that struggle there. And maybe, just maybe, we'll see them again in the state playoffs to try and get our redemption. So all around, trying to get better offensively for the Warriors. That will improve as they will regroup. Pitching was amazing. Nothing more you can ask out of Cameron and Skylar Brolin. They pitched phenomenal, and the defense was trying to back up as best they could, but they just let it slip away at the end, and they'll regroup. They'll get better, and they'll come out and try and finish this Oregon West League and the rest of the league schedule into the state playoff schedule strong. So thank you for tuning in to another episode of Blake's Take. Hope you all enjoyed all of the local sports. I mean, probably not enjoyed it because it's unfortunate that our local sports team lost. But there is a bright future ahead. Only 2 losses. It's a setback in a series, but we'll get back there. Hope you all enjoyed. You can catch more happy and discouraging news. It's all around news of local and national sports on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and or YouTube. Hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you all in the next one.